Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand. Good morning, Angela.
We're having temperature issues. It's hot outside. It's cold in here.
I know. I have my blanket and my hoodie on.
Okay, I know that's right. Well, happy Monday. We are back to work.
It's Monday.
I had a fun weekend.
Did you?
I sure did. I'll tell y'all about it. I actually hung out with Patti LaBelle this weekend.
Oh.
But really because it was her son, Zuri's birthday. Zuri turned 50. So happy birthday to Zuri. But I'll talk about that more later.
Okay, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, it was a time.
It had to be.
Listen, I was in there like, I need to one day have like a big house like this with a backyard where I can have functions. Their backyard is ridiculous.
First of all, I need to hang out with Patti LaBelle one day.
Yeah. And you
Let's
know
start
what?
there.
Imagine like they had a bar outside, like, oh yeah, the bar's over here. There was a couple, like, go get a drink. They had Clase Azul 1942.
Ooh, yes. Your kind of vibe.
I was like, this is free? No. But I'll talk about it more later. How was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. I moved, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I had movers, I had
Moving
packers.
is tough.
Yeah, it's even tough when you have
That
help.
sounded so spoiled. I had movers, I had packers.
I had my daughter. I had to. Not I had to, but thankfully I was able to do that.
I've never had packers, but that sounds amazing.
This is the first time I've ever had anyone pack my place up. And I was confused. I didn't know what to do. Like, do I pre-pack? I just didn't do any. I didn't have any time. I didn't do anything. So they came. I mean, it's expensive though. It's not,
When I first bought my first house and I had to move into it, I had like 8 years worth of things that had accumulated.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that was, I didn't realize how much stuff I had until it was time to move. And I was trying to get rid of things. I really couldn't even move all at once. Like I tried to pack everything. It was just impossible.
Moving is such a headache.
It is. But, it feels good when you get settled in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today, Asian Doll is going to be joining the show.
Ooh.
Yes, she's got a new situation. She was talking about it on social media. She signed a new deal. She's been independent for a while now.
Okay.
So sometimes it's nice to get that help, And so we'll be talking to her about that. And, of course, we start the show with you guys shining a light on them. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to show some love to. Who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150 is way up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Jasmine. And it's time to shine a light.
Okay.
Now, today I want to shine a light on the whole staff at Chelsea House.
Okay.
Yesterday, we went to dinner at this amazing restaurant in New York called Chelsea House.
Yes. Finally, we made it, Angela.
Finally, it's a location where Mano frequents.
That's his spot.
That's his spot.
Yes.
Okay. And yesterday, when I tell you I was there, they were amazing. I got there. Everything was set up nicely. They were constantly checking on us. The wings, by the way, are amazing.
And they have lots of flavors. We had every flavor, I think.
Sweet chili, buffalo, and barbecue.
Buffalo, I loved.
Sweet chili was my favorite. And she told us that was her favorite.
I like that they're fried hard too. It seems like they're double fried, right?
Yeah, so shout out to everybody at Chelsea House. Thank you for a wonderful, amazing experience. I made my own drink. Hopefully it makes it onto the menu.
I like your own drink that you made too. And we took
pictures. We haven't seen those yet. But thank you again. Now let's see who you guys want to shine a light on. 800-292-5150. Jason, how are you?
How you doing?
Who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on Royal Oak Stores out of Royal Oak, Michigan. It's my employees.
Wait, who is it? What is it?
Oh, Royal Oak Stores out of Royal Oak, Michigan.
Okay, Royal Oak. All right, we like Royal Oak, Michigan. So go ahead, tell us why.
I've been out of work for a couple of years, and I just have been looking for a job like the last 3-4 months. They finally gave me a call, gave me an interview. Now I'm back working full time, and I'm just glad to be back working.
That's all right. That's dope. Killing it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, congrats. When I come back to Detroit, I'm gonna come to Royal Oak.
Make sure you do that.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Brenda, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Who do you want to shine a light on?
I just want to shine a light on me, no big deal. I'm an animal lover, and I had an Italian Mastiff Cane Corso that I spent 18 months living in my vehicle because I wouldn't kill him. So I want to shine a light on me.
First of all, that's a huge dog already. But tell me what happened. I'm confused. You had to live in your vehicle?
Yes, I couldn't, no one would rent to me. My landlord sold it when the Barclay was being built, and I wasn't going to put my dog to sleep.
So you and the dog were in the car?
18 months.
Oh, my God.
And my mom died while I lived in that car, and I had to drive with that dog to Miami.
I am so sorry to hear that you couldn't even find some place where you could take your dog.
And I was almost 60 at the time. So I want to shine a light on me for saving an animal and all the animals that I've saved over the years.
Wow. Dogs are like children, for real. That's not it's not a game. All right,
18 months.
What's your dog's name?
Dash, but he died after I moved into an apartment.
Oh, my God, Brenda. Are you going to get another dog?
I have one now that I'm taking care of.
Okay, all right.
He's a Neapolitan Mastiff.
Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you for calling, Brenda. Shine a light on you for being an animal lover.
Thank you, and I love you, and the light is shined on you, too.
Okay, thank you. That was Shine a Light on Them, 800-292-5150, just in case you couldn't get through. And, of course, we have Yeezy when we come back. And Eminem did a pop-up in Detroit. We'll tell you who he was actually on stage with and surprised everybody, but it was amazing. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeezy next.
In the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, and it's
I'm
time
not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
for some Yee tea.
Yes.
All right. So in Detroit, Ed Sheeran was performing on Saturday, and he said that he wanted to do a cover of an Eminem song. But it turns out he had a huge surprise. And you know, this is a really big pop up and pop out because this never happens. All right, listen to this.
When he wrote down, the whole crowd goes so loud. Opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking out. Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up, overblown.
Step back to reality. Up the goes gravity. Up the goes gravity. Jump.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Can you imagine?
The crowd went
Eminem
crazy.
popped out? Yes.
Yeah.
And then he told them afterwards, Detroit, I missed you. And he said, I appreciate you, Detroit, I love you. So shout out to Eminem.
He stays so low.
He does not play.
He stays out the way.
I remember he had a routine too when he would be going to the studio in Detroit. There was a restaurant that he would always go to that people knew you could see him.
Really?
Like a diner.
Really?
Yeah.
He's so regular sometimes.
He don't even care. He's just all right. And in other performances, Drake was in Montreal and he's on his It's All a Blur tour. And again, he brought out J. Cole as a surprise guest, but he also said that he wants to be on J. Cole's album, and people went crazy for that.
Hopefully an album that I can get on, maybe. Maybe I can get on the album. Can I get on the album? I'm gonna ask in front of Montreal. J. Cole, can we get on your album? You know, let's get it. Say less, goddammit!
I love that. I love their friendship.
Yeah. Because people put them in the same category as far as the GOATs, so the fact that they can actually work together. It is always competitive, though, right?
Yeah.
But a healthy competition, because you see what you're like, all right, I got to step it up. And so, but they're both doing great. So.
Who do you prefer, Drake or J. Cole?
I can't say that I have a preference. It depends on the mood.
Okay.
And I think it's hard because certain albums you might like more than others.
Well, Drake has more music.
Yeah, he definitely puts out a lot more music.
He's
and
always
pops out a lot more.
He's out.
And I feel like Drake also, as far as his range of, sometimes he's singing, sometimes, J. Cole is like a straight
rapper, MC.
Yeah, lyricist.
Yes. I agree.
All right, now Fat Joe is in Men's Health, and he's talking about a lot of different things. He talked about his battle with depression. He talked about his weight loss. And he also said that he dealt with a lot of loss, and that's when he went through this whole depression. He said, when you're fighting yourself, there isn't a wall high enough that you can build. There isn't an island you can go to. There isn't a place you can go to where you get away from it because you're fighting your mind. You wake up, and then the minute you think about it, your brain sends you a message to say, we're not supposed to be happy. And then you fall right back into depression. He talked about Big Pun and Big Pun's death and how that forced him to confront his own health, in particular his weight. And Big Pun was almost 700 pounds when he passed away at the age of 28 from a heart attack.
Gosh, that's a lot of weight.
So that's definitely a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And it took years, Fat Joe said, before he started to lose weight thanks to lifestyle changes, most notably implementing better eating habits. And then he also confronted his depression, he said, ultimately coming out on the other side of his mental health battle. So he said, even though he's gotten more health conscious, he doesn't want to change his name.
He can still be Fat Joe.
Yeah, at his heaviest, he was 470 pounds.
That's a lot.
And he did lose 200 pounds. And he said it's his brand. It's what he built.
Yeah.
So
I like him talking about this openly.
yeah, it is. It's important to have these types of discussions too, because I think right now weight loss has been such a struggle for so many people, but doing it the right way. And then we see a lot of people are, and we did an interview with Dr. Ramik Hunt. He's an obesity specialist talking about these medications that people are taking, Wegovy, Ozempic.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of information out there, but even that weight can also lead to depression. Depression can lead to you gaining more weight. It's just a cycle.
Losing weight is not easy. It's hard.
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yes, it's hard.
People would be like, just get in the gym.
Yeah,
just eat less.
it's not that
If it was
easy.
that easy, no one would be overweight.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night.
Okay.
And we have a couple of things to talk about here. But I told you guys I was celebrating Zuri's 50th birthday. That is Patti LaBelle's son.
Yes.
And she told some really great stories about him. And we'll discuss that. He's also somebody who I do business with. And I'll discuss that too when I come back on About Last Night. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Good morning. Happy Monday, Angela.
Happy Monday, and it's time for About Last Night. Now, how was your weekend, Jasmine? You moved.
My weekend was a little busy. I moved from D.C. to outside of the city. I've never lived outside of D.C., so I moved. I had packers pack my things, move my things. They didn't unpack it. They just unpack the big things.
Okay.
So I have a lot of stuff to do, in terms of getting my place together.
Ooh, listen, when I move, because I should be moving hopefully at the end of the year, that's going to be a mission.
I think if you can, I think you should hire packers.
You know what? I don't know what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. I have so much junk.
You have a lot of things.
I have a lot of things.
Because how long have you been in that house?
I've been in that house since 2014.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's almost 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to have a lot. This is going to be a big undertaking.
I promise you, I'm always trying to get rid of stuff, but stuff just keeps on piling up. I have a lot of promo stuff. People send me things, and then I feel bad.
Listen, you give me and your other friends lots of things.
I'm always giving stuff away. I'm like, who wants this? Who wants that? And if you come to my house when I'm cleaning things out,
oh yes, you will get lucky.
You would definitely get lucky.
I would come back and I look on the bed in the guest bedroom. You'd have all this stuff,
and some of it's really good. And sometimes I'll see people when they're like, "That's
always
nice."
good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, for me over the weekend, shout out to Zuri. It's his 50th birthday, and he had a birthday celebration. He's Patti LaBelle's son, but he doesn't tell people that. And so when Patti LaBelle was talking about her son, she was mentioning how he would do her bookings for her, and then the promoter would be like, "Wait a minute, that's your son?" Because he really doesn't tell anyone. He's very quiet.
I appreciate that.
But it was nice to hear him talk. He also just recently suffered a loss and had to bury his cousin literally the day before.
Oh.
He said he almost canceled the birthday celebration, but he felt like his cousin would have wanted him to have that, and it was so that's a difficult
time.
But shout out to Zuri. And Zuri and his partner Charles, they're actually the ones that helped me with my coffee company, Coffee Uplifts People. We'll be in Target starting next month.
Whoa, that's big, Angela.
And they're also working with Brooklyn Chop House. They have the dumplings, they have their line of products, so those will be in stores also. But what I love is what they do is they try to work with black-owned brands to get you in a Walmart and a Target and all of these locations, because they have those connections working with Patti LaBelle.
Of course.
Patty has her line of pancakes. She has
pies.
Patty's Pies, of course, the popular Patty's Pies. But she has a whole line of products. And so it's nice to have people that can go in there and advocate for you.
Yeah.
If you have amazing products. It's also one thing to get your items on the shelves. It's another thing for it to stay on the shelves.
And for you to be successful. It's not as easy as people think.
Really difficult.
Right.
Right now, my coffee is in the Whole Foods. Coffee Uplifts People. So anybody wants to support, I appreciate that.
Are you in certain Whole Foods?
It's in Whole Foods in the New York City and some parts of New Jersey.
Okay, great.
In this area. But it's not an easy thing to do because it's a competitive space to be in. A lot of it has to do with placement on the shelves.
Right.
There's a lot of initiatives now with locations wanting to make sure that a certain percentage of the shelf space is for black and brown owned people to be able to promote their products, because sometimes it takes a lot of money to even have a product to get in the stores.
Yep.
And so to get in there is one thing, but like I said, I've seen people who have had so many issues once they got in stores that it actually makes you, get more into debt. Because going on those shelves, you have to pay you have to pay for a lot of different things just to get there.
Okay.
If you were just selling it online, it's direct to consumer.
Yeah.
It's all profit. But when you're trying to get on the shelves, a lot of times you have to use there are people who are their distributors who come and pick it up and they get a percentage. So now everyone's in your pocket. There's certain margins that the stores want to make. So then you have to understand that
Pricing.
Pricing. You got to give them a lower price. Sometimes you have to lower your price because they know it's not going to sell. It's
This
just
sounds
so many
so complicated,
things.
Angela.
It is. So anyway, that's why with Zuri and Charles, it's great to have them as partners in what it is that we do because they've been through this so many times and they have great relationships.
Right.
So they can really help guide us. But
shout out to Zuri.
Yeah, shout out to Zuri.
I like his name.
And happy birthday
to
him and his wife, beautiful kids, and all of that. Had a good time. All right, well, that is about last night. And when we come back, it's time to tell us a secret. Yes, maybe something you've never told anybody. Maybe something that previously you were ashamed of, but now you're like, let me just get it out there in the atmosphere. 800-292-5150. We are not going to judge you.
At all.
We're not going to ask you your name. You are anonymous. You're going to tell us a secret. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Judgment Free Zone. Tell us a secret.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes.
And it's time for Tell Us a Secret. Okay, now this is where you guys get to call in. And because Mano's not here, we really aren't judging you. He thinks people want to be judged.
I don't know why he's under that impression.
Because if we were to judge him...
Oh, my goodness.
Child. But anyway, today there's no judgment. I'm here. Jasmine is here. You guys will call in, stay anonymous, and share your secrets with us. They could be about anything.
Okay.
And again, as long as you ain't kill nobody, because if you did, don't call us. We don't... Yeah.
Is that the bar? As long as you didn't kill anybody?
Listen, I don't want to know those secrets.
I don't either.
Because we have to tell on that. But anything else, though, let's discuss, because I feel like we all have things that we've never told anyone.
Yeah.
But sometimes it feels good to get it out there. And we're here to make you feel good. 800-292-5150 is a number. Hello, anonymous caller. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. You want to tell us a secret? It's me and Jasmine. We're not going to judge you.
Yes, we will not. Or no, we will not.
Yes, we will.
When I was 16 years old, my sister was in charge of watching us. My mom used to have to work late, and she left a spare kid home. So I took the car, went out with my friends and stuff, rode around the city. But while we was in Walmart, somebody, I guess, hit the car with a shopping cart.
Uh-oh.
Huge dent on the driver's side. And I told my mom, I don't know what happened, but my sister wasn't home, so she must have did it.
Wow, you just lied. And I know your sister knew she didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, that had to be the worst whooping of her life, because she got it for that one.
Did you feel bad your sister getting whooped? And she knew it was you.
Of course she did.
Yeah, she knew it was me. I don't feel bad, though. I ain't never told till we was older. Like, my mom didn't find out till I was 23.
You know what's crazy? When I was younger, I stole the car too. But it wasn't just a shopping cart. It was really bad. I crashed the front and back of the car. And I was only 15. But I will say they did blame my brother, and I did take accountability. I was like, all right, it was me.
Now that I'm older, though, I know that I've been real hot now if my kids did that.
Yeah.
So,
and they will. And they will.
Yeah, they will.
One thing you know that's going to happen with kids, once they start driving, they're going to have a little bit of fender benders.
Of course they are.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, just remember what you did and give your kids some grace.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. You want to tell me and Jasmine a secret?
Yes. I'm 41. My old man's 57. I lost my baby, and I want to have another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to have the surgery to remove my uterus from cancer. And I asked my old man, can we pay for his surrogate? He's saying no, so I'm doing it anyway behind his back.
Wow. Well, you know what, though?
How you going to get his sperm if you want to use a surrogate?
I'm going to use my son's father's sperm. My son passed away.
Okay.
He would have been 6 this year.
Okay.
Well,
so I'm going to use my baby father's sperm.
What do you think is going to happen when you're, as you call him, old man, because he is 16 years older?
He's 57.
Yeah.
He's a lot older.
What do you think is going to happen?
I'm asking him. I've been asking him for his sperm.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying if it's not Allah's written, we just can't have it. But he's getting older. I'm about to have a surgery to remove my uterus, and I want to have one last thing.
Yeah, and you know what? That is your decision as a woman, as far as family planning. And if this is something that you really want, you do have to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So
I just
hopefully,
think it's going to be the end of us.
yeah, it might be the end of
might,
the relationship. But sometimes there's certain things, especially when it comes to children, whether or not you want to have them, how you want to have them. Sometimes that is a deal breaker in a relationship.
And I've been saying for 4 years, trying to convince him, can we have one? And he's having all these problems with health. And I'm sticking out. I don't want to leave him, but I feel like I'm cheating myself.
Yeah, and my thing is, he's not wrong if that's how he feels, and you guys are just at a standstill, and you got to do what in this situation is right for you. And we do want to give you our condolences for your loss too.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
thank you for listening.
Best of luck,
Yeah,
and,
good luck.
and hopefully he ends up being supportive and you guys work through it. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing with
great
us.
day.
You
All right,
too.
you too.
Thank you.
Hey, Anonymous Caller, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. You want to share a secret with us?
So, I have a cousin that's not really my cousin, but I'm Dominican, so our parents kind of like raised us as cousins, but we're not really cousins.
Okay, no, you're not blood related.
Nah, we're not blood related at all.
Okay.
And I kind of wanna from the back, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa. Oh my gosh! So you want to have sex? Do you want to have a relationships or just have sex?
I just want to hit it and quit it.
Oh my gosh!
You also want to, No.
You also want
From the back, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That's so funny.
Well, they aren't related.
Yeah, they're not blood.
Yeah, you just known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So the danger in that though is this is somebody you're gonna have to see, and the family may find out about it, and then you're gonna look like a real dirtbag.
But then I could keep it from the back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Why
keep it
only
going.
from the back, sir?
It depends. Hey, that's my favorite position. I mean, not for me, not for me.
All right. Well, I don't know what to say to that, but thank you for sharing.
Good luck with that.
All right, thank you,
Godspeed. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. Always entertaining. 800-292-5150 if you want to call us and tell us a secret. And don't get cold feet, guys. Again, we're not here to judge you. All right? When we come back, let's talk about Sexy Red. Would you have an issue if she popped up at your kid's school? All right? Let's discuss. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Let's start off with talking about the strike that's happening. SAG-AFTRA members, actors, the writers are on strike already. Now the actors are on strike. And Leslie Jones, comedian Leslie Jones, is actually giving a really great detailed explanation. I guess she saw in her comments a lot of people were like, oh, the rich want to get richer, and people are complaining. Y'all already have all this money, and feeling like this is like a privileged people problem. Well, here's what she had to say.
The strike is not just about us trying to be richer. The strike is about protecting our rights. Everybody in this business is not rich. You need to understand that writers don't get paid when they're not writing. It's billionaire corporations that's making millions off of motherfuckers that's doing the work for them. And all they're asking for is their fair share. All of us need to strike against the corporation, not just SAG and the actors, the teachers. Everybody need to be striking against the corporations because they all of us.
She also acknowledged that everybody's not as lucky as she is. She said she broke through when she was 47 years old.
I love that story too.
Yeah, she worked really hard till she reached age 47, and that's when she finally was able to be like, okay, now I'm doing good. I worked all this time to make it happen. And she acknowledged all of the writers, the crew, background people that don't make enough money to even pay their rent. And so a lot of those people are affected. So this is not just a problem and an issue for people who are extremely successful already. Some of the people that are trying to make it. Also the writers who get paid, like she said, one time.
That's it.
While these corporations are making all this money off of them.
Right. And I think there is an impression sometimes that people think that everybody that works in this business is rich. And
you made it on TV, you're rich.
That's not the case.
Yeah. So shout out to her for really breaking it down. You should look at that whole post. She also said, if you comment F-ish on my post, I'm going to block you, no questions asked. I'm tired of insensitive pieces of ish with effed up opinion. I don't want your follow. Respectfully, go F yourself. Let the blocking begin.
She's hilarious.
If there's any questions.
We're clear on where she stands, okay?
Yes, and I saw there's also a list of what these SAG-AFTRA union people can do when it comes to work and what they can't do. So you should also, if you need more information, just take a look at what they are able to do and what they're not able to do, because they can't even promote. I saw there was a huge...
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was like a Disney movie or something, right? Where they were having the premiere and none of the actors showed up for it. They couldn't.
Yeah.
All right, now Sexy Red made an appearance at a high school, and this is an old video that she had posted because she wants to go to some more schools soon, and there was a whole lot of backlash. It was a high school in St. Louis, and I guess people had an issue that she was even there. What are your thoughts about that? Because she posted that she wasn't performing at the school. She was actually there to do some charity work. She said, I actually didn't perform. It was a prom week, and I went up there to give the girls bundles and boys money for haircuts, because I remember when I needed help with my prom stuff.
Well, go ahead. I think it's appropriate to go do charity and give back, but her songs are like a little mature. They're like,
they're for us. No, I'm kidding.
No, they are definitely for us.
I do like them.
So I'm kind of conflicted here because I don't want my kids, my high school kids. They know, first of all, they know the music.
She is.
Yeah.
So they're quite aware. So you're not exposing them to something they don't know about.
It feels weird.
But she wasn't there to perform. She said, pay attention to the fellas behind me with bags in their hands. Shout out Prince Beauty Supply for helping me make this happen. Sexy, love the kids. All right.
We loved her on lip service, too.
Yes, we did. She was very unfiltered and got a lot of attention, and she did not care. Some people say things and then be mad that they said it.
Not her.
And they'll be like, oh, you could take, but she was just like commenting on it like, yeah, that's right.
10 toes down. I said it, I meant it.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are some of the stories that may not have made it to the front pages in the news, but you still need to know them. Some of them are funny, some of them are interesting, but they are all informative. All right? Under the Radar, when we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is rocking with me today.
Yes, today.
And we're doing these under the radar stories.
Okay.
All right, now let's talk about these disaster-proof homes that Americans are building. They're shaped like a dome, and they say it costs about the same as the average U.S. house, but there's a lot of issues with extreme weather lately.
Right.
And so what these homes will do, they're constructed from fireproof materials. The shape allows them to withstand extreme wind also. And so it costs about $350,000 to $450,000 if built in rural areas. And that's around the same price as it costs to build a home, period. Now, they're not very attractive.
No, they're, can I say, they're kind of ugly.
Yeah, they're not attractive at all.
They're non-pretty to me. But maybe because I'm just not used to seeing them.
So some people are saying that a lot of the clients that come to them to build these homes aren't particularly wealthy, but they're concerned about the threats that extreme weather poses. And that's a real threat.
That is, yeah.
Right? If you want to make sure you can still keep your home. And maybe as more people are getting these, they'll become more attractive. Because, the first round normally is not.
I feel like you can do a dope mural on top of the dome because it's, like.
It is really ugly. I'm not lying.
It's just, and we're just not used. If they made it the roof like more colorful.
But they said flooding, hurricanes, all of those things. Like I told you, fire resistant. It's resistant against extreme winds. A lot of them have solar panels and backup generators in case of a power outage. I guess you'd be grateful to have it if...
First of all, my neighbor has this. I'm running straight to their house. He like, no, remember you said my house is ugly? No, Jasmine, you cannot come in during this tornado.
All right, now let's talk about the 10 best states to live and work in for 2023.
Okay.
And this is all due to CNBC's annual America's Top States for Business, and they rate all 50 states on multiple measures that includes life, health, and inclusiveness. Number 10, Connecticut. Number 9 and 8, there was a tie, Massachusetts and Colorado.
Okay.
7 is Washington. Number 6 is Oregon. 5 is Hawaii. Number 4 is Minnesota. 3 is New Jersey.
Okay.
Number 2 is Maine. And number 1 is Vermont.
I would not have I would not have thought I would not have thought Vermont.
Yeah, best air quality, 0 high ozone days per year, and the most accessible childcare in the nation.
Ooh.
Also, they have a lot of protections against discrimination, and it's one of the nation's easiest states to vote in.
Okay, I like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe, have you ever visited Vermont?
I have been to, actually, the first time I ever went snowboarding was in Vermont.
Okay. I've never been. Don't know anyone there. Okay, cool.
Maybe you need to.
Maybe I need to.
Look into
I got
it.
a kid. I like to vote. And I'm black, so maybe that's good for me.
Now, as far as the 10 worst states to live in America for 2023, number 10 on the list, Florida.
Okay. All right.
It's one of the most difficult states to vote in, according to researchers.
We know that to be a fact.
Yeah, that's by design. Also, these recent Supreme Court decisions on affirmative action in higher education and DEI and everything that DeSantis has been doing there.
Okay.
The Stop Woke Act protects employees from diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that, according to DeSantis, are toxic.
Right.
Number 9 on the list is Arkansas. Number 8 is Tennessee. These are the worst states, by the way.
Right,
Number
worst
7 is
states.
Indiana.
Okay.
Number 6 is Missouri. Number 5 and 4 is a tie between Alabama and South Carolina.
Oh.
3 is Louisiana.
Okay, we love Louisiana.
I know. Number 2 is Oklahoma. By the way, New Orleans is different than the rest of Louisiana.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
And number 1 is Texas.
Oh, okay. Why is Texas not good?
Well, as far as life, health, and inclusion score, they got a 53 out of 350, which is an F.
Oh.
Okay. Weaknesses: reproductive rights, health, voting rights, worker protections, inclusiveness. They have the nation's strictest abortion ban. Even though they have enormous economic opportunities, it's attracting people far and wide for that. But they also have a lot of issues when it comes to, like we said, life, health, and inclusion.
Right.
And that's why they are number 1 on the list of the worst places to live in the United States. They have the nation's 13th highest violent crime rate, and it ranks 37th for licensed child care facilities per capita.
I know a lot of people move to Texas because the cost of living and taxes. Have you ever lived in any of these places, these 10 worst states to live in? Have you ever lived in any of those places?
I've only really lived in New York,
and Jersey,
to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
I lived in Connecticut for college.
Right.
And then New Jersey. My parents live in New Jersey.
I've never lived in any of these states. My dad lives in Missouri, but I've never lived in any other. We have, you're on in South Carolina. You're on in a lot of these places.
Yeah, we're on in Florida. Shout out to Orlando. But as far as the best places, New Jersey, number 3 on the list for the best, and Connecticut, number 10.
I've never lived on any of these lists, any of these places.
Okay. All right. Well, that's just for you guys to know. And just another plug. That's why voting is important, though. When it comes to policies, when it comes to getting things done locally,
yep,
it is important to make sure that you participate. And that is your Under the Radar. And when we come back, we do have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, Asian Doll is going to be joining us. She's from Texas.
Okay.
She's from Dallas.
Dallas, okay.
She's from Texas.
Okay.
All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and happy Monday.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
I'm here, Angela.
It's Yee Tea time.
This is my favorite segment.
I actually have a Yee Tea at my coffee shop.
You do? How does it taste?
I'm going to bring some tea in for you guys to try the Yee Tea.
How does it taste?
It's delicious. It's the most complex one on the menu.
Of course it's complex. Just like you, Angela.
All right. Well, Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods were spotted at dinner together. There was a huge blowout with these two. They were best friends, and they haven't been friends for 4 years.
That's a long time.
And that's all because Jordan Woods did admit that Tristan Thompson kissed her on the mouth. And she did say that he wasn't wrong because she put herself in that position. She said, I was drunk. I was not tipsy. I was drunk, but I was not beyond the point of recollection. I know where I was, but on the way out of Tristan's house, he did kiss me. I guess he was having a party. That did cause Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian to break up. Khloe had a real problem with Jordan Woods after this, but you still was messing with Tristan.
I know, and had another child with him.
Yes.
That's why I forgot that Kylie and Jordan used to be BFFs.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, I forgot.
Right, and so now it looks like the two of them spotted out together again. What I love about Jordan Woods is that she did not just fade into the background after this. She just kept on going on with her life.
I actually feel like her success kind of
helped her. Propelled her even more.
Yeah.
Because, people will say, well, they do this all the time to people and bring that up. But, so.
I feel like people really got around her, too, and supported her.
Yeah, they did.
Like Jada Pinkett Smith, like
Yep, because that was like her godmother or something. All right, and Kendall Jenner is going to be one of the ambassadors for L'Oreal.
Okay.
She signed an $11 million sponsorship deal.
Woo!
So congratulations to her.
I know that's right.
Sheesh.
Beyonce was an ambassador at one point too, right?
Was she?
I thought so.
All right, well, yeah, I know Helen Mirren. And Beyonce is.
Okay.
Yeah, is one of the new ambassadors. So congratulations to them getting to that money, baby.
All right, $11 million.
$11 million. Little Yachty has a Safe Place podcast. And on a new episode of that podcast, he was talking about the most money that he spent on a vacation outing with a woman who was not his girlfriend, who's not his significant other. And that is a lot of money. Listen to this.
The overall of that trip wasn't for her, but it was to go big. And I kind of went, that's a little insane.
Okay, what's the biggest thing that you've done?
Well, I mean, that thing specifically is I spent $100,000 to go to Disney World, take someone to Disney. I regret it because we weren't dating and it just didn't go nowhere.
It gets worse, bro.
But it was fire because it was my experience too. It was crazy, but it was insane.
Wow.
On a date for somebody that wasn't even his significant other.
And they ended up
And he said it didn't even go anywhere.
Wow.
$100,000. But that does show a lot, right? It ain't just about the money that you spend.
Yeah, because
when it comes to being in a relationship or dating someone, it's more than that.
I wonder who this girl is. Also, do you know what do you think is the most a guy ever spent on you for a date?
For a date?
Yeah, for a date.
I don't know. That's hard to say. Probably maybe like $600.
Okay, like expensive dinner or something, like with drinks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I think that probably.
Yeah.
And but if it was somebody who I was in a relationship with, maybe more than that.
Okay. Listen, guys, she just gave me this look too, like she was reliving something in her mind.
Like you go shopping, buy some things. That's a date still. Then go out to eat.
Yeah, it is.
And then even like nice. I mean, I guess that's more of a vacation.
Yeah, because I'm not vacation, but like more just like a date. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now Jay-Z, since we talk about money, his Sean Carter Foundation raised $20 million at the gala that he just had. That was at New York City's Pier 60. That's where we saw Beyonce, of course, was there. DJ Khaled, Lil Uzi, Robert Kraft was there. Michael Rubin, Meek Mill, a lot of people were there. And that was celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the Sean Carter Foundation.
Dope.
Right, that's going to help kickstart multiple initiatives, including an international exchange program, scholarships, and community goodwill and emergency assistance programs. They also announced a partnership with Robert Kraft with his foundation to combat anti-Semitism, to stop the nationwide ban on books, and to protect educational freedom. So both organizations contributed $1 million to advocate for free speech and intellectual learning.
All right, did you see how much Jeff Bezos gave?
$10 million.
He got some rich friends, yo.
I know. Listen,
I'm gonna bring you to my charity gala and see how much you donate.
I'll be happy when people donate to my nonprofit.
Yeah,
$20. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so shout out to them though, because
that's beautiful.
And it's interesting to see him partner up with Robert Kraft on anti-Semitism, and then Robert Kraft is also partnering up with the books being banned and things like that. It does show you that you can come together to help fight each other's causes too.
For sure. I love that.
Yes. All right, now Boosie is upset about his daughter after she called him can I say B?
You just did.
A B.
Yeah, B.
For seizing
B-word.
his car. He got her a car for her 16th birthday and then he took it back. It was a pink Benz. And she's explaining what happened. She said, who gives their daughter a car, takes it back. On top of that, gives her a color she don't even like because you're not father enough to remember the little ish about your own daughter. He took the car back just because I left from Atlanta to help my mom who damn near lost her life in a car wreck, but that's your favorite rapper. So she went on social media about that, and he explained, I took a car for her leaving Atlanta. Big lie. She left Atlanta out of nowhere because she knew her moms had filed child support papers on me. This after I bought you an $80,000 car. I've always taken care of my children. She wasn't saying this 2 weeks ago when she was in Atlanta going on shopping sprees every day and has never said this, but now I'm not a dad. Spoiled. If you're going to down talk your father, talk the truth about your mother who's been arrested over 12 times for stealing and been in and out of jail her whole life.
What that got to? Well, okay.
I know. Let's focus on the car.
Yeah, the pink.
Can I get my car back?
Yeah, my dad used to threaten me to take the car he got me too.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, I want to talk about morning routines. This all comes from Pharrell discussing what he does every morning. He wakes up at 5, and we'll break it down for you, his whole routine, and then we'll talk about ours. And we want you guys to hit us up on social media. I want to hear what your morning routine is. At us, Way Up with Yee, at Angela Yee, so we can read them.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And this is something that Pharrell's been talking about for some time.
Okay.
His daily routine. And I was thinking about that because it is a Monday, and as Monday comes, we think about like, what do you do to get ready for work?
Right.
We're off of like the weekend schedule. Is your weekend schedule different as far as when you wake up than it is during the week? Well, here's what Pharrell says that he does.
Wake up at 5 a.m., 5-minute plank, 500 crunches, and then I do like an hour-long like super hot bath and sweat out, 2 or 3 pounds or whatever. And that's where you like either meditate or pray or do both. Sometimes I write. Oftentimes I think about like problems to solve, conundrums. And I spend that time also just giving thanks and reverence to the universe. The other exercise that I do is like empathy and gratitude and humility. Those are all exercises.
Hour-long bath is wild.
You know what? That's amazing, though.
First of all, I haven't taken a bath in forever.
It's so funny because I know. But in Fast Company, like 10 years ago, he said that he wakes up at 9 a.m. So it's different now. He wakes up at 5 a.m.
He got a lot of kids, so maybe that has something to do with it too.
Yeah, 10 years later. So that's part of what he says that he does. Now, Jasmine, even though you haven't bathed in a long time.
First of all, I take showers. I have not taken a bath.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Yes, I have. When's the last time you sat down in a bathtub? Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't taken a bath. Now, I take a shower every day.
You sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Well, this is really an intervention. No, I'm kidding.
Because you don't bathe, Jasmine. No, I don't take baths anymore. I grew up without a shower.
Okay, now he does these 500 crunches.
I don't do that in the morning.
I don't do that ever. I need to. And he also does a 5-minute plank. But what is it that you do?
So when I'm coming on the show with you, I get up, I pray for a little bit, then I get in the shower. When I get out the shower, if I'm up early enough, I meditate for like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know you do all that.
Yeah, I do that once I get out the shower because I need to get out the shower. So after I get out the shower, if I have enough time, I'll meditate for 10 minutes. And then around that time, I'll, put my clothes on or whatever, and I'll FaceTime Rain, my daughter. And then, get myself
she
together.
Never wants to see you on FaceTime either. She's always busy. She's booked and busy doing some other things.
She always trying to swipe me off the phone, which is so rude. Angela, what is your morning routine?
Well, first of all, I need time to get out of bed.
Really?
So when I set my alarm, I definitely got to press snooze a couple of times.
I hear your alarm going off too.
Yeah, and so I always at least twice press snooze.
Right.
Sometimes I try to get up and go to the gym first too. So I'll wake up like an hour earlier so I can go to the gym.
And it's 50% chance I'll go with you. I'm 50-50 on if I go with you.
No, I would say like 20%.
Yeah, 20%.
I was more like 20%.
I almost went with you this morning. Almost. But go ahead.
Yeah, so if I do wake up an hour earlier, I go to the gym. But if not, and even when I do that, I do need I need at least 2 snoozes. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I wake up later than I used to, 2 snoozes is it for me. And then I check my bank accounts. That's the first thing I do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in the morning before I look at Instagram or messages.
Are you? I probably
That's
check
the first thing I do every morning just to make sure nobody scam me.
The only time I check my bank account is when I have to pay somebody, like a babysitter or, what I mean?
Make sure everything's where it needs to be. But yeah, that's the first thing I do every single day.
That's crazy.
And
check
then
your bank account every day.
And then I get I brush my teeth, and then I get in the shower, and then I get dressed. And usually I make coffee.
Yeah, and I'll take some of your coffee.
Yeah, you're like, can I have some of your coffee? And then I taught you how to make coffee yourself.
But I still don't make it myself.
But yeah, and then coffee, and then it's time to get out the door. I pack up my laptop, do all of those things. And when I'm in a rush, I can get ready in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I can be like ready and out the door in 20 minutes if necessary.
Okay.
But fortunately, nowadays, I don't really oversleep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is just what we do every single day. And we want to hear yours too at Way Up with Yee, at Angela Yee, so we can see what your daily routine is. Asian Doll is going to be joining us this morning too. I'm super excited about that.
I like her.
When I first met her, she lived in Jersey, but she is from Dallas.
Okay.
And she'll be talking about her new music. She has a single out right now, a whole project on the way, and a new deal that she's excited about. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey. Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine is here with me.
Yes, I am.
And guess what we're doing today? We're actually going to go see the Barbie movie screener.
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, and I actually was looking at what's going on with Ken. Because, when you think of Ken, you always have to think of Barbie. But I don't know about vice versa.
Yeah, probably not vice versa.
Yeah, because Barbie just stands on her own, like a strong, powerful doll.
She's her own. She's her own brand, first of all.
And if you saw this whole Ken trailer that has been circulating, Ken himself is upset about the fact that he's always the sidekick, right?
Yeah.
And that Barbie doesn't even look at him as a romantic relationship. That's just like her guy friend.
Yeah, it's her homeboy.
And so imagine what it's like to be a Ken in this world.
In the shadows.
Yes. The supporting character, never the main.
Wingman.
Because Ken wouldn't exist without Barbie.
He would not.
Yeah, so I actually had one Ken doll and multiple Barbie dolls growing up.
I don't know if I ever had a Ken. And that's his issue. I don't know if I've ever had a Ken doll.
I had one. I don't feel like it's not like he got mad different jobs and stuff like that. It's one Ken doll. That's all you need. And we need every single Barbie possible.
Yes, we do.
But I tell you what, that one Ken doll was having a blast.
What was that one Ken doll doing,
that one
Angela?
Ken doll had all the Barbies. But he is definitely, and I will say playing your position is an important thing.
Of course.
For him, knowing that he's the number 2, but that don't mean he's happy with it. But anyway, don't forget to see Barbie. It's in theaters this Friday. Get your tickets on Fandango now. And when we come back, we got another doll joining us, and that's Asian Doll, okay?
I like how you did that.
Yes, Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy Mano is here.
Yeah, new Mano.
And we got a special guest with us today for sure. Asian Doll is here.
Yay. Big Asian.
What's going on?
And listen, I know your name was Asian the Brat, and it is still on like some social media pages, but I feel like Asian Doll just still was going to stick.
It's going to stick. Like the people is going to say whatever they want to say. So they was not letting Asian Doll go, but I'm still Asian the Brat.
Okay.
I just made it like another like alter ego.
Okay.
Like,
which one you like better?
I like Asian Doll better. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I think that was the original, and I think no matter what, people still gonna just call you Asian Doll.
Yeah, or they be like,
it's a lot of dolls, man.
Yeah, it is.
She's like, I'm tired of telling me.
It's a lot of dolls.
But I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Just like there's a lot of
it's
Lils.
only 4.
There's a lot of
youngs.
Yeah, it's only 4. It's me, Cash Doll, Cuban Doll, Dream Doll.
But let's talk about it because you got on your King Von shirt, and when you came in here, we was talking about
what a coincidence.
I know. And look, when I had King Von on lip service, and that's why even, of course, rest in peace again, but even when he passed, he talked about you so highly. Like,
I love him.
On lip service, and people were so shocked by that interview because he was such like he was real soft life back then.
He was
when it came to you.
Yes, it was. And you know what's crazy? When I did my first interview with you, he was watching it.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, why is he asking her all the questions? Like, why they asking her that?
And then he came and did the same thing.
Yeah, and I knew he was watching it. That's why when it was like the conversation was happening, I was kind of like scared. I was like, what the fuck? But I had to engage and talk back. But he was watching it. So when he did it, I didn't even really see it at first. And then I had watched it because we wasn't together when I seen it. So I didn't see it. I didn't want to see no interviews or nothing. So I had went and watched it. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like how he is behind closed doors, he didn't like change it. To the public, like however he was feeling, that's like how he was feeling.
Yeah, that's why I think that was a really important one, just because people really got to see like his personality and a different side than what you might expect.
Ooh, yes, Chad. When I first met him, it was crazy.
He was not playing with you.
Yes, he wasn't. And I used to just think he was a sweet boy until I used to see people around him, how they would react to him. It's like, it was such a control like type of thing. So he kind of set me down one day and just like showed me a lot of stuff like in interviews and like putting together and seeing that, you know, this and that about him. He was like telling me like, you ever see this shit? Like, this not true. But, and I was like kind of like, I didn't know. Cause you know, I didn't know his background and
I'm here with Mano, and we are talking to Asian Doll. I feel like the realest guys are like that. They'll be so sweet to you.
Ooh, child. That baby got a pass.
Like, look, Mano's very sweet to
Mano, what's your pass?
all the women that he talks to. But then when you Google him, you like, hold up.
This is a savage.
Allegedly. Everything is
like
allegedly.
cousins, right? Are you and Asian Doll are cousins?
No, man.
This is crazy. When I was growing up too, like watching him, I swear to God, I really thought this was somebody in my family. Like I used to always tell myself that. So just this is iconic for me. I just want to let you know. When I walked through the door, I just straight told you like, I love you. What the because I always thought that I'm like, nah, this is my cousin.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel like, as far as your career, that you more known for music or a lot of the stuff that's been going on social media?
I feel like
you've been in some dramas.
Yeah.
You had some smoke.
Yeah. I definitely cleared the air when I had some smoke.
Mm-hmm. So what you think, is people most know you for?
It was times too where I used to be like, why the am I so popular?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now I learned how to walk into those shoes and embrace it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At first it was kind of hard, like being young. I started when I was like 18,
Right.
like young. So it's like drama with me was always just like petty. But I want to say after Von died is when stuff with me just became out of control when it first come for the internet. So the question you asked, yes, I feel like I'm very more popular than my music.
From a lot of
And it's crazy.
Yes.
Because we were talking about that before when Mano came in today, right? And I was like, yeah, because I talked to you so long ago, so I know you've been grinding and doing
Yes,
this.
I love her. She's always so nice to me.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be though? Because
Yes.
honestly, you're very talented. So I heard your music back then because I was listening to it from doing research, and then today I was playing your new song, Mano, where the fun
is at?
Yes. And when I tell you, Mano was like, hold on. Like,
Exactly, right? Yeah, like he felt that.
because Mano is that guy.
Here you go.
So
Here you go.
And that's Fun Niggas came about because that was me really just branding what people is like saying, like that are trying to make me feel so bad for
I
stuff.
like the song. It's nice. It's
Yeah,
dope.
and it's just like it's just a message like, what the fuck is that? This not my have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We having fun at the end of the day, and this is what's going on. So y'all not about to pin me to the cross and try to crucify me for like, just being young and you know what I'm
Right.
saying, dating and doing,
Right.
doing me, whatever. It sucks that it's in the media, but this is just what's going on.
So is it less drama now and more focused on the career now?
I feel like it's a lot of less drama. A lot of great things have happened since. It was rough at first after Von died. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. But I feel like a lot of things are like, clearing up. A lot of things are moving how they supposed to. It just, you have to be patient. I think now it's just time for like great things. Like I went through the bad stuff. Like I went through that. I went through the lessons. I went through everything.
But it's still more lessons to come though.
Yeah, it is. But one thing I say, it ain't gonna be no lessons where I'm just literally bumping my head and just
You ready?
like, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm here with Mano, and we are talking to Asian Doll.
You handled yourself well. I was looking at
Oh man.
some footage, right?
I'll be listen.
Because and here's the thing, like 'cause sometimes people come at you a certain kind of way because they perceive you a certain kind of way, right? So you was on the show and the dude was just, I felt like the dude was out of pocket, but you handled it kind of well, and you wound up getting up and leaving.
Guys, sidebar conversations, please.
What about
I've
you?
told you this is like, this is like the fifth time I've told you that, right?
Sixth time.
Like, stop.
He mean as
Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as I just have rules.
damn.
What I look for in a man
You a
in
mean
club,
ass.
it's like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was happening, right? Okay, well, you can get off the show, too.
I don't give
Man, get off the show, too.
Man.
It was like an ambush, and it was like guys with like a behind the computers, like just
And
like
it was a
on this.
packed room.
If everybody is with this, it was crazy.
You walked in, it was already like packed like that.
It was packed like that, but it was like little nerds. But you don't know what's crazy behind the scenes. I was with probably like 15 people, and the type of person I am, everybody's on go for me. So in that situation, it was a lot going on. I'm like, the least I need is us whooping somebody ass
On camera
on
with these-
camera on a podcast in Miami in his damn house, assaulting him. So while he's talking to me, I'm thinking about that in my head.
Good.
And I'm thinking about actually me getting up and just going up across the table. But I say, you want to know what? That's crazy. They want to see me do that. It was almost so to the point where like, you have to just want to just see me act crazy and just do, you know what I'm saying? So something in my spirit just told me, relax. And the people are going to handle him. And that's exactly what I did. And when I woke up the next morning, I didn't know they was going to post the clips that quick.
Right.
They really dig their own grave because
I don't why you would want to even put that out there like that.
They embarrass themselves.
Myself disrespecting this woman who's a guest for clicks and views.
Yeah.
To me,
what it
you
is.
should be embarrassed that you even would treat a guest and treat a woman who, by the way, has a huge following, who clearly the other women in the room knew who you were, and you know what I'm saying?
And that's where it started, because the girl beside me was explaining to me what was going on. He was like, "You shut up, like, you're a stripper."
Right.
He's like, "You're a stripper. You shouldn't have nothing to say. You talking about, you want to with money? Like, you're a stripper." I'm like, "Wait,
and you taking up for them?"
Y'all took him down. I had real outside, we want him. Everybody was like, we want him.
No, 100%.
As y'all should. Y'all should. I appreciate that, because at that moment, yes, he was definitely trying to tear a black woman down.
All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. Asian Doll is here. I'm with the fun guy, Mano, because that is Asian Doll's new single. We got more with her when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mano is here. We're talking to Asian Doll. Now, Mano, of course, you have a question.
Overall, do you feel like you get more love than hate?
Overall, I feel like on the internet, you would think the whole world is against me. When I be outside,
you get
it's love. When I'm in these rooms, it's love.
You don't run into no internet trolls.
So it
in real
kinda,
life.
I don't.
And so that's what I was going to say. You were so young when you came into this. And then when I met you, you were so sweet when we did the show. And even just your journey, right? Of knowing that, your mom was a rapper, you from Dallas. But then even just to suffer like such a huge loss like you did in the public eye and have people coming at you like, because, you guys weren't together at the time, but he did. You know how you be with somebody and y'all break up, get back together, break up.
And like, that's facts. I want to say this is where the hood politics come in, because this is what goes on. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody pass away, there's so many girls that go through this. If you know you did no wrong, and you know what I'm saying, your heart was pure, you gotta like embrace that. You can't let what people saying dictate it. I know facts, but behind my so that's what keep me going, and that's what keep me being able to keep showing love to Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. I don't give a if we went together or not. I still don't want to see him dead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But y'all had just broke up.
Yeah, we had just broke up. Everybody know, especially the ones that know, I didn't go back, and that's what I had to live with. That's why I used to be how I was, and I was so like hurt, and so, because it's like I had a choice to go back, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't go back. Should have went back. I really should have went back, but so it's something I gotta live with.
Yeah,
and nobody gotta live with that but me. So,
and sometimes you just can't prevent whatever's gonna happen. Like, it's never your fault. The way that things went down. But I saw that recently Dirk even said, because people were also trying to blame you, and he cleared that up. Yeah. And you were grateful that happened. Because that has to suck when people just say things that are not true.
Yeah.
And you have to keep on seeing it and hearing it. And people sometimes don't do any research or just read something and think, yes, that's her fault.
People never doing no research. They just taking on face value.
Yeah. I did appreciate that a lot, because that was much needed. Just love Dirk. Yeah. So. They love the voice.
You're like, he said it, so now it's true. No matter how many times
I love you, Asian.
I said it a million times, and now he says it.
Shout out to Dirk, though, for real. Shout out to Dirk, for real.
I'm here with Mano, and we are talking to Asian Doll. But yeah, so let's talk about what makes a guy fun.
I would say somebody that's really comfortable, loves to just like when women around, not like cater to women, but just make sure everybody having a good time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look out.
And you're not even just trying to smash. You just
not even smash.
Yeah,
and you don't even have to be the richest too. This is like a fun. You do not have to be rich to be a fun. You know what I'm saying? A fun one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about just having a good time, making sure everybody laughing, make sure everybody okay. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta have good energy, good vibes. Sway Lee is the perfect. Like one thing, Sway Lee and them, they over the top fun. They have like 2 sprinters following. Each sprinter has nothing but girls.
Oh,
probably
wow.
like 10, 15 girls each sprinter.
That's
and
a
they're
good
following
time.
them. And it's just him, probably 3 of his mans, and it's just about 30 bitches.
Yeah.
That's an ultimate fun.
It's a good time.
Sway Lee get the award for that. I ain't gonna lie.
All the girls got to kind of know each other too, right?
Yeah, they gotta bring their friends. You always get a plus
Not
one.
all the time. I mean, girls. See the thing about
sometimes
girls.
that gets a little weird.
Sometimes, but girls usually click with girls. Girls like girls, right?
Asian Doll might take one home depending on how she feeling that night.
Period. You know the vibes.
Nice,
Like you so said.
nice.
I done had some times in booby trap, but
Hey.
booby trap.
Like, yes, booby trap gets me out my body. But yeah, you gotta make sure the people you're inviting have good energy. So if you do get thrown in the mix with somebody you don't know, that person got good energy. So it's like, okay, hey, how you doing? I like friendly girls. You know, I'm friendly. I might be tough, whatever, but I definitely come with love first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She like, I'm friendly. Just don't try to snatch
I
my
love pretty
chain,
girls. I love no. Just touch the chain. We fighting. I don't care. I had to get one together.
Right.
I had to get one together. I had to do that for the team.
Well, fun niggas is party.
Mano love that.
Yeah.
He was like, run that back, play that again.
Just say why I have fun. It was a tweet I made. They tried to make me seem crazy because I was going through it, like not even on no like sad, but just like, you know, just not want to play the position. They want to be more than what they really are. You know what I'm saying? We can link up because I know you got your own situations going on. Especially, it's always the ones with the new kids. They got fresh newborn babies that want to start a whole journey with you and think, no, sir, like them ones,
So
like you're
newborns?
immediately in the fun category, like immediately, no cap.
Have you ever had to deal with women hitting you up like, oh, because we saw what happened with Fabio when you was with Fabio, and his child's mother was very mad about that, and there was a back and forth. But did she try to hit you up personally?
No, she really didn't try to hit me up. I watched what she said. She really didn't really say nothing too bad about me. She didn't really say nothing. She was like, Asian doll, don't know we together. Look, Asian doll, we like, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
So it wasn't kind of.
It was more directed at him.
Yeah, directed at him. So
okay.
She was real for directing her energy towards Fabi but Fabi is definitely like, Fabi is lit. Fabi is the
He's
ultimate.
Fun.
He got his medal too, his gold medal too.
No, he's cool. We actually,
I definitely didn't try to roughen Jasmine feathers or nobody feathers though. But that was
it wasn't on purpose.
It definitely wasn't on purpose. That was the funny ass time.
And then it turned into a meme because of the Usher. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, bro, shut up, bro.
Okay. It turned into a meme because the whole thing with Usher and Kiki, right? So they were like, oh, so y'all mad at Kiki, but then you cool with Asian Doll and Fabio. And that turned into a whole thing.
What did I say? I didn't see that one. Don't believe it.
She slid onto the floor. Normally we would have Ask Yee when we come back, but instead we got some more with the talented Asian Doll. And I love to see just her new outlook on life. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Mano is here with me, and we are talking to Asian Doll. Now, Asian Doll, this is your soft girl era.
It is.
All right, so explain what's going on with you, this transformation.
Soft girl is definitely just genuinely feminine vibes for me. It's like something that I meditate about. So much was going on around me in my life, you know what I'm saying? Not only did, you know what I'm saying, Vaughn died, that same month my stepfather died, my grandmother died, my little cousin died, my close friend died.
Oh my gosh.
So it'd be a lot.
And people don't even realize the things that you have to deal with.
So it's a lot. It's to the point that'll turn you cold, like it'll make you angry. It would have either been straight rage or I had to, like, you know what I'm saying, switch it up. So I just started meditating and just accept a lot of stuff and just learn how to deal with a lot of stuff. And I did. And it helped. So I just feel like even if something was to happen, I just know how to balance it. I know how to, like, you know what I'm saying, keep my composure. Or I know how to, you know, like, let it not affect me.
Have you done yoga ever or anything like that?
I want to. That's my next step. Gym, fitness. I already eat, like, I do my proteins. I'm always, like, I'll be on point. Like, my vitamins every day. That's the next step. Vaughn used to work out like he was getting ready for the military.
He was so
I am
slim.
like, what are you training for? What the is going on? He's getting mad at me for not working out. But
no,
yeah,
that's why when that girl tried to take your chain, you was...
Oh yeah, I had to. You wanna know what's crazy? That situation is really crazy. I usually have a lot of people with me. And that day, I went out there to have nobody that I really, you know what I'm saying? But when I came, I made sure I had like 5 securities. I had it because, you know, we was in the hood. We pull up, I go in there. My problem is, and it's really what taught me too, like now I'm kind of more so on a defense mode with fans than I used to be. I'll hug somebody. I would, like, you know what I'm saying? I showed too much love. So that's what I was doing. And the guy had just been told me, like, let's go, we out, Asian, let's go. So here go my friendly ass, stopping, taking pictures. And that's when she tried to reach for my chain. She said she reached for my chain and pulled me down. That would never happen. She reached for my chain. First, this is a Cuban. You can't even.
That's right. She said it wouldn't come off.
Yeah, and no grabbing my neck and slanging me. I could see if it was off guard. I'm already on point. So she tried and she ripped I had a dress on. She ripped like the side of my dress. And the security, as soon as she did that, the security like literally tackled her to the ground. They was like, let's go, Ace, we out, let's go. So we ended up leaving out. I see her with the security outside by herself, no friends, nothing. She had friends too. And when I ran up, the security grabbed him like, nah, watch out. Like, you gotta let me get her. He washed out and I just got it with her.
Wow. I didn't see that part.
But that would never happen again.
Yeah, that's the extended footage.
On my way back to New York, the whole time I'm just sitting there thinking like, I don't care what footage get out. I whooped ass. Like, it's not finna go down in her favor because I'm like, did she try to go viral on me? I'm showing love. I'm coming out to y'all city in y'all backyard. And it was just that. So I was kind of grateful too. The little footage came out. It wasn't too crazy to make me look. It was it. But I was talking to her like, you crazy?
Right.
Like, I'm showing love, but I'm not no punk. Like, you're not finna punk me. Like,
but that is also, like you said, a lesson learned.
It's a lesson learned.
And it's good that you learned it that way where nothing happened to you.
Don't get up on me.
Yeah.
Watch out. Hey, I wave.
And so now people could see.
Yeah,
when
hey.
they see you, they know why.
Yeah, it makes me be like,
because I don't care what nobody says. That's still a little traumatic.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
when something like that happens because it'll
now
make
they
you
know not
think
to
that.
play with you though.
Yeah.
Don't do
Now,
it.
when is the project coming out?
Project coming soon. I got some great features coming out. I think
Okay.
we're gonna do 2 singles. Project is coming out probably August.
Okay.
I think.
Still summertime.
But the singles, Bankroll featuring Icewear Vizzo.
Ooh, that's my guy. He was just up here co-hosting last week.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Icewear Vizzo on it.
Okay.
We had 42 on it.
Okay.
But free 42. He's incarcerated. So we didn't want to just release it without and he's in jail. So we just went with Icewear. But
okay.
Both of them was on it. I was excited about that 42 verse too.
Well, Asian Doll, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we were able to have you.
I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you for being so nice to me, always supporting me, showing me so much love. You're so you just amazing. Like I really.
Well, guys, make sure y'all check out the new single, Where the Fun N-Words At. Also, Bankroll is coming out. When is that single dropping?
Supposed to be July 28th.
July 28th.
Hopefully, July 28th, we got Bankroll featuring Icewear Vizzo, produced and written by London on the track. So, let's get it.
All right. We love this soft girl Asian Doll. It's way up at Angela Yee.
Let's get it.
And when we come back, you guys, of course, have the last word. So call us 800-292-5150. You can leave a message and we'll close the show with you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Hey, Angela.
Hey, Jasmine. Well, fun Monday.
Yeah.
Today. Thank you to Asian Doll for joining us.
I like her.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. And she's very talented. I was making Mano listen to her music, and he was like, yo, she really is dope. And he was like, I see a lot of drama all the time.
I do too.
And she does too. So she gets it now. She is still really young. Sometimes we also have to take that into consideration when people are trying to defend themselves or, make statements and then... Hey, she's young. She came into this at a really young age as a teenager.
And also, we're in the social media era, so we see a lot.
And she's gone through a lot.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, again, thank y'all for joining us. And as you know, we always close the show out with our listeners. 800-292-5150. This is our family right here.
Yeah.
And so you guys always have the last word. We were talking about morning routines, daily rituals, all of those things. So let's hear what you guys had to weigh in on today. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. 800-292-5150.
Hi, I would like to shine the light on my future husband. We are getting married this Saturday. We've been together for 13 years with 2 beautiful kids, and we are finally saying I do. He's a wonderful man that supports us and just goes above and beyond for his family, and we truly, truly love and respect him for that. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everything you do for me, babe. I can't wait to get married Saturday.
I've got something I wanted to share that I can't tell anyone else. I'm 50 years old and found out 2 years ago that my dad is not my biological dad. My mom was extremely controlling and abusive during my childhood and projected all of her guilt onto me. I grew up with a lot of issues, obviously, because of it. My husband knows, a couple friends know. I haven't spoken to my mother in years, but can't really talk about it on my dad's side of the family. My grandmother is in her 90s, and just not something that she needs to know. And yeah, it's kind of a mess. So it's nice to tell somebody. Thanks for listening.
Turn it all the way up. Angela Yee is Way Up.